Welcome. Ziggy1X here with another NieR reincarnation video, and boy have we got a lot to talk about today because we are now fully in the throes of the 2.5 year anniversary of this game. And we got some things that were announced. We got some things that were not announced in the Japanese live stream. And I would like to take this moment before diving into some of the other nuance of things that may be going on in the game right now. I've got some thoughts, I've got some speculation. There's also character, costume reviews to do, and a bunch of other things, but I figured my time would be better spent today not blathering on like I'm doing right now, but talking about what we've gotten from this update, what we're getting for the anniversary, and what we're going to be looking forward to moving forward. So guys, buckle up. We are going to dive right into this. So first of all, what are our special anniversary goodies? Well, we have that Mama's Dream summon, which was announced. It's here. It's not exactly what some of us thought it was, and it in some ways is better than what we thought it was, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's just first get this out of the way. At the top of the top end, 300k gems is the reward. Very few people are going to get that, if anyone. It's very rare. But what you do is you get a daily ticket from doing another part of the game, which is a new addition. We're going to go into that, but you get one ticket at this point per day. This could change as the anniversary goes on. But basically per day, you have one chance to summon on this banner. It will be in the summons under the special events. There is a chance for anywhere from 100 gems to 300k gems. So that is a thing. Make sure that you are doing that and that you don't not notice that it's there and let those tickets for some reason expire. That would be tragic. The next thing is we're getting our daily Oracle cards again, which I really enjoy these, and there have been some prizes added to these things. There's also been a few characters added to them. You have your standard Mama prize, which is the big one, but you also have Verse of Truth and Adamant, among other things, being added into this. Verse of Truth, you need 5 of these suckers, 5, to break the level cap of any given character from 90 to 100. It is not costume specific, it is character specific. Up to this point, the only way we've had any meaningful way of getting a hold of these has been through the Fate board. Well, Fate board's going to be ending soon, I believe. And so how are other players players who maybe haven't gotten all the way through Fate board, how are they going to get a hold of these aside from just slowly working their way through Fate board? As it's re-released, or maybe it goes the way of the tower and it just becomes a permanent addition to the game where we could just tackle it at any time we want. Point being is that we get Adamant, we get Verse of Truth, we get Black Pearls, we get gems, we get a bunch of other goodies from the Fate board. Verse of Truth being the most significant because again it raises that level cap of our characters, not costumes. Very important. You need 5 of them to raise to 100. So one of the top prizes from the Oracle card summons is that we can get a Verse of Truth. Another place where we can get a Verse of Truth, which I'm going to dive into momentarily, is in the new event shop. We're going to get into details about this, and I like what I'm seeing here, so stay tuned. Now, there are also new banners added here, and these are character type specific banners. What we're looking at is we've still got our survey rally going, but we also have attack specific banners, okay? So right now, currently, we have our festive weapon running. This is going to be Noelle's festive costume. And down here right below that, we have attack character guaranteed, 5-step paid step up banner. This is 3,000 paid gems per step with a character guaranteed per step, light, dark, fire, water, wind. So basically each character from these elements is guaranteed. This is interesting. I will also point out that on the dark side, we have Yuzuki, and on the light side, we have Serapha. And both of these are available at a 10% drop rate for one of the chosen characters on the banner, currently from the survey banner. Now, today I pulled my 8th copy of A2 because I had 3 tickets and I wanted to burn them on the survey banner. I wanted to summon for something and I didn't really want to summon on Noelle's banner. I just went ahead and pitied her. And there is a reason for that, and we will talk about it in the next video. But Noelle is a good pickup. So, but she does need her Awakening 3 to really shine. So let's leave that there. But this is a good banner if you're looking for character-specific or element-specific costumes of the attack type. I don't think it's desirable though. I think that we should, generally speaking, stay away from this banner. There's just too much chance going on there, and it's all paid gems. I like my paid gems to go somewhere. If you're gonna do paid gems, you may as well just pay into one of the new festive characters and get a guarantee on one of the ones you want. So I'm gonna leave that there. Let's go ahead and move on to the events. Okay, so we have Ritual of Revere running right now, which is our current event. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. I want to look at the shop. First of all, we have our new Mama. And this is our prize-winning character design Mama, which is absolutely adorable. Looks like Little Red Riding Hood, and it even has an apple. This is awesome. It's an adorable little Mama, and Mama is so marketable. Good job, guys, by the way, on that. But here we have a fire element companion who decreases incoming fire damage by 20%. This is a first. The best we had before this was the Fire Pod, which decreased incoming fire damage by 18%. It had a burn effect, so it would light the enemy on fire, slowly burn them down over time. And this one has a 40% heal, which is awesome. I love these big, chonky 40% heal companions. I love having them, and I love having, finally, a fire defense element that reduces incoming fire damage by 20%. This is wonderful. Now, let's look a little bit more at this shop here. We have our Welfare Griff, who comes with all of his weapon spheres, pearls, who comes with all of his ascensions, all of his awakenings, and all of his karma. This is going to add a little bit of value to our welfare units, and it's going to increase our desire to have the reruns on these events, because now they'll be handing out for free karma stones, 30. That's how many you need to fully unlock the karma on a character or on a costume. We're going to be getting all of it, so we will be able to reroll for karma on our welfare units, which is excellent. As I said before, we're getting a Verse of Truth, we're getting Adamant, we're getting Black Pearls ×2. We're also getting 20 karma stones. This is enough to unlock 2 karma slots. There's also 10 karma stones available for $2.99 in the shop right now, which actually I think is a pretty good deal. And so I went ahead and I picked those up. And there's also, speaking of which, we'll get to this one in a minute. But let's go ahead and finish up this shop here. I like this as an update to the shop. We're still getting some really important items that we need. We're still getting some of the basic items we need. A lot of these gold awakening materials that we're going to need for weapons and characters and mythic slab board stones and whatnot, these are things we're going to need to perform our karma flex. So again, we're going to reiterate this just a little bit. What is karma? So let's go ahead and take a look at this real quickly. What is karma? So if we go over here to our character screen, we have got our lovely ladies lined up here, all from the event. Now, if I dive over here and let's take a look at Noelle, since she's our newest one. Now down here, you see karma effects. This is a new feature added at the bottom. You can see I haven't unlocked anything, nor will I unlock any karma at this point. I would like to actually sit on this and think about it. But the karma effects are listed here. We have karma slot 1, karma slot 2, and karma slot 3. Now you have your 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star abilities. These scale up incrementally, and what you'll notice here, by the way, Karma Slot 2 is the really hot ticket item, because that's the one that unlocks Cage Vigor, Bold Vigor, Pursuit, Skill Cooldown, all these really desirable items. At the top end, you can see 20% for the damage increases, you can see 8% for the cooldown and all this other stuff. But when you go all the way down to the bottom, the worst that you can get from this is a 10% multiplicative damage increase if you get to slot 2 on karma. No matter what you do, if you get even the lowest roll, you are going to be getting a 10% increase to your damage. This is awesome, okay? This is awesome, guys. So you really cannot go wrong with karma. There's still gonna be the RNG element to it, but it is phenomenal It is so good. It is going to add so much power to everything that we do. And while on the topic of karma, another thing that needs to be noted is the costumes that are eligible for karma. Now, currently right now, we have our current banners. We have the survey banner. We have Divine F60 or 063Y. And we have our Recollections of Dusk. And yeah, this is good stuff because the Recollections of Dusk costumes are great. Obviously, the new costumes we have are great. Karma is a very, very powerful feature, so I would definitely say that we've got some options here. We've got some big options to play with. There are some costumes that people may be thinking of that they wish Karma was a part of, namely Summer Yuri and a few others, but we've got some excellent options going into this. We have more than we were originally planning on to play with, and yeah, we got a lot going on here, guys. This is going to lead into another topic, which is subjugation. We are getting a new re-release of sorts of subjugation where our our difficulty level is going up from SSS+ to X or something along those lines. And it's going to require a lot more damage to get to that next tier. Now, me sitting over here being the plebeian that I am and not playing subjugation as much as I should, I still haven't broken into SSS+, which is something that I could really easily do, and it's just a product of me being lazy at this point. I just need to do it. So that being said, this is what karma looks like. You unlock the karma with the karma stones, 10 per slot, and then you perform something called karma flux. This is what you're going to need those materials for. So when you are going into these event shops, getting back on topic, when you are going into these event shops, make sure you are picking up all the gold materials that you can, because you are going to be needing them. I guarantee it. There will be a large, heavy-duty RNG element added to this, where you're going to have to do a reroll system to get the most desirable, not only the most desirable ability, but the most desirable rarity of that ability. So let's move on here. I hope that these upgrades with the shop stay, by the way, because what that means, if we are getting 20 karma stones per event, whether it be a new event or a rerun, that is going to go a long ways in someone like me who doesn't want to have that regret of buying something sort of thing, to where I will feel more comfortable, and a lot of us, I presume, will feel a lot more comfortable with unlocking karma on our costumes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the permanent additions that are in the game. This one I have been asking for a very, very long time. Those of you who remember my Saving NieR Reincarnation series that I started last year, close to this time, so it's been almost a year, I talked about the importance of generic awakening stones, because there is a certain drain that can come from banners when you feel like you have to get your character, your costume, at least up to Awakening 3. That's 4 copies of a costume. At the rates we've got on some of these banners, that is just really, really hard to do. Multiple times have I gone through an entire pity and not gotten the costume that I wanted, not even gotten a single featured costume sometimes. And I know that there are those of you out there who sympathize with this, so we get each other here. So this is going to, we've got generic awakening stones in the game now, truly generic awakening stones. Now, the issue with these, the only issue with these, is that we're limited to 1. That's it. That's all we can ever get from this shop. So at a certain point, these quickly lose value. Now, they're still excellent, and I've used many of them to get what I want. Well, many of them being 3, but I've used 3 of them now to get what I wanted, to get to that Awakening 3. It's been great. Okay, I've really enjoyed this being added to the game. We've gotten that free handout from the arena a season or so ago. These are great things. But now we're getting something that is truly a generic awakening stone. And if you'll go over here with me, we see when we go into the character loading screen, okay, we've got our awakenings, and we see their character costume specific awakening stone, and then we see the rainbow awakening stone. Okay, how do we get a hold of these guys? Well, right now it's in the paid shop, obviously, because they want to monetize this sucker. And that's the way it will be for a little bit. But when we look at this, we have a Rainbow Awakening Stone ×1. And if we go into the shop here, we have one of those. We have a Silver Awakening Stone. and then we have a Dark Awakening Stone. That's for our Dark Memory costumes. So that's not worth a whole lot. We get those when we get to the EX Hard 5 mission. There are still players out there who can't do those. So for them, maybe this is a worthwhile value. I would say that the Dark Memory characters themselves are very niche these days. If you are trying to slow roll your way through a mission and you need that extra damage mitigation, or maybe you just don't have very many good costumes, and these guys are your best because they're technically free costumes, and they of course come with the best weapons in the game. But yeah, you get what I'm saying here. So this is a good thing to have. So I'm stoked. I've been asking about this for almost a year now. I am so glad they are finally in the game. Even if at first they are locked behind a paywall, they are there. This is great. This is a big win, because it means that slowly over time, we're gonna be able to get these guys taken care of and just get our characters flushed out. We'll be able to get debris that we want. We'll be able to get awakenings that we want. These costumes that came out last year are top tier damage dealers. One of a good example of this being Yuletide Griff, who is not only an exceptional water damage dealer, but he has an exceptional debris. So you lose nothing by awakening the heck out of Yuletide Griff. This is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about here. This is the kind of possibility that this unlocks. Okay, so getting back to how we get our Mama ticket, this is through the Karma Daily Stone mission. We get 1 Karma Stone per day, so make sure you are checking into your quests and that you are doing that. You get 1 per day, a couple other items in there. It's a good deal. It's cheap on energy, all this other stuff. It's in the subquest menu. It's gonna be there forever now. Remember, you need 30 to fully unlock a character. So 30 days, free. Every 30 days, we get 1 of our costumes fully Karma unlocked, in addition to anything we're getting from events and other places. This is good. Okay, this is kind of like what we're getting with the Advanced Handbook and the Black Pearls and whatnot from our daily summons as well. And speaking of summons, we have support characters added to the pool. And if we bring these guys up right here, we've got some good ones. We've got Bloodless Demos. We have got already Shadowbound Priya, which is a little shocking to me, actually. We've got Abstract Hina. We've got a lot of really good costumes that have been added to this list. So if you were one of those mad lads or lasses who was holding on to all their 4-star guaranteed summon tickets, this is the time to use them. And good luck. I hope you get exactly what you want and everything you ever hoped for, because I did not save my tickets. I've been using them, so I will slowly use them over time as I get them. Let's take a look at this next part. Okay, Mythic Slab board has now been fully unlocked for the click and go, basically. And this is a wonderful little time-consuming feature. I've got some gameplay up on it right now, just how easy it is to use. I hadn't unlocked some of my collaboration units because I just didn't care enough. They were 3-star costumes and it had been a long time since I'd used them for anything. I just didn't care. And so this was a good way for me to just go through, get my completionist thing on, and be done with it, which is fantastic. It feels really good. Let's see what we've got here next. Defiance. We have a new skill added to the game. This is going to come into extra relevance with our current welfare unit as well as with Festive Lavania. Now, Festive Lavania and our Festive Griff both have a skill called Defiance. What this means basically is that they enter a provoke state, got food on the brain right now. They enter a provoke state and then they basically reflex incoming regular attacks, not skill attacks, okay? If a skill is queued up and ready to go, you can't Defiance the heck out of that, but you can Defiance an auto attack. This means that this is basically going to be arena only, because the only place where auto attacks are in any way really dangerous to your party is when you are in arena and you've got an agility sniper coming out of the gate hard and fast and they are going to take out one of your guys. What Defiance does is it puts up that provoke so they have to attack the provoking unit, and then they get 2 reflexes essentially out of it, meaning that the incoming attack misses and they get to counterattack, just like what you would see with the normal counterattack, except this is planned. Now, currently we have not a whole lot of information on this in the game, but it is an interesting wrinkle. It adds an interesting wrinkle to things, but it is also, this is going to be a mixed bag for a lot of people. I've already seen a lot of controversy on Discord as well as in my own head about it, because Summer Yuri is a thing. And unless the character doing the Defiance has a lot of attack on them, and they can dish out a lot of damage on an auto attack, then Yuri's a thing. And she has built-in, basically party-wide damage mitigation. So there's going to be a lot of talks about this moving forward. But Defiance is here in the game. It is added. That's generally speaking what it does. Moving on. Okay, so we've got the new dust weapons here. And our dust weapons are going to be Recollections of Dusk specialized weapons. They're going to come with a +8 barrier on them. Now, the most we've gotten up to this point is a +4. But what a +8 does for you is it allows you to either put that in a primary slot or a sub slot. It's most likely going to land in a sub slot because the damage modifiers on the skills are really not high. 35%, 40%, times 4, times 5, times 3. It's really not very much compared to what we're used to swinging around these days. And so these go in a good sub slot because they offer the barrier. They offer good passive effects. That gives you a chance to use a EX weapon main hand, which only has a +2 barrier. That gets you up to your +10. So that means the third slot is basically whatever you want to use. My head goes to some places with this, and I think that there may be something added down the road to Recollections of Dusk that increases the need for more barrier on our costumes. This is a possibility. It's the thing that makes the most sense for making such a overly powerful barrier on a weapon. So I feel like there's going to be some increases to the danger that we're facing down in Recollections of Dusk. Now, here's the thing with these. They are in the arena shop, but they are also locked behind currently top 100 arena. So you need to finish higher in arena to get any of the materials to purchase what the actual weapons themselves and the enhancement materials from the exchange shop. So this is going to be the topic of more conversation down the road. I'm briefly touching on it to let you know that they are now in the exchange shop under the arena tab. You can get them probably after the week closes in arena, and we'll start playing around with them and see what we get. Okay, so another feature that has been added is we get to refine all of our weapons now. So great. That adamant that I was talking about that we get from Fateboard and other places, drop a few of those in there. Blow up the level cap of your weapon to level 100, get an extra barrier on it for Recollections of Dusk, get a few more stats on it. Great, this is all good stuff. The last thing I'd like to finish on is we do have this new subjugation incoming, and this is going to be a big bump in power. I don't know all the details on it yet, but it looks like we're going to need about twice the score to really break into, a high damage score and just general battle score that we get from our subjugation matches to break into that next tier. They have been a little vague on what is coming with it. It is dropping on, I want to say the 20th. So today being the 18th, it's dropping in a few days. So we will see a little bit more about it, but now would be the time with Karma being unlocked, with these powerful new elemental specialist costumes that we have right now. Now's as good a time as any to jump in and bang out an SSS plus in subjugation and start getting some of those materials you could do to further enhance your subjugation weapons, because those are great, powerful enhancements, all of which I'm missing out on, so I need to do that at some point. And wow, was that a mouthful of stuff. I'm at 23 minutes on this video, and we covered the updates that we received in Anniversary. All good. And some of them that I'm surprised, again, Generic Awakening Stone, that they did not cover in the live stream, but it's there. So party time. Anyways, we're going to do another video, and we're going to talk about some of the my pros and cons on the costumes that we have so far and what we've got coming as far as the festive goes, what to expect maybe down the road. We're maybe going to dive a little bit into some of the details of a few other things, and we've got a lot to talk about still. but this was your generic news video that lasted for 25 minutes. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one. Enjoy the anniversary. I hope you guys, someone out there gets that 300K gems. I especially hope it's me. If it isn't, more power to you guys. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.